The minions are immortal. And if there are no female minions, how do they reproduce? You might think you've seen everything about the minions, but the Despicable Me universe goes way beyond what's shown in the movies. Behind all the humor, chaos, and cuteness, there are hidden secrets, surprising theories, and mysteries that could completely change the way you see this franchise, especially the minions. So get your brain ready, adjust your theory helmet, and join me on this journey through the most mysterious and unbelievable side of Despicable Me. Because today, here on the channel, we're diving deep into the wildest theories and best-kept secrets of this animated universe that took over the world. You're more than welcome to Cine lovers and the world of the minions. 1. Is Lucy immortal? One theory that leaves a lot of people confused is that Lucy is immortal. She first appears in Despicable Me 2 as an adult, the way we all know her. But in Minions 1, which takes place many years earlier, back when Gru was still a child, we see mannequins that look exactly like adult Lucy. Exactly her. And then comes the question, how could someone be inspired by adult Lucy if she hadn't even grown up yet? She should have been a child back then too. The only explanation is that she was already an adult at that time. In other words, Lucy doesn't age. She is immortal. Just like your like on this video. Smash that like button and let it stay forever. Immortal like Lucy. 2. Young Gru, his mom, and the freeze ray. There's a scene in the first Minions movie where they go to a villain convention, VillainCon, and there we see young Gru and his mom watching Dr. Nefario's presentation. The craziest part? Back then, they had no idea who each other was, and Nefario is showing off the freeze ray, the same weapon Gru will use when he grows up. 3. Gru already knew Vector as a kid. That's true, but the two had never met in person, and Vector had no idea who Gru was. But in Minions 2, young Gru goes to the Bank of Evil with Wild Knuckles and sees a photo of young Vector. And let's just say, he did not like what he saw. Even as a kid, Gru already couldn't stand him. 4. Are minions male? Do they reproduce? And why have we never seen a female minion? Let's get straight to the point. There are no female minions. And before you think this is just another wild internet theory, it's not. This information came straight from an official source, Pierre Coffin, the director of the Despicable Me franchise and the original voice of the minions. According to him, the minions are silly, clumsy, and goofy, and he couldn't imagine a female version fitting that same energy. So, all the minions are male. But that leads us to a bigger question, which brings us to the next topic. 5. How do they multiply? They don't age, they don't die, and they don't reproduce. And yet, in every new movie, there are more of them. There are some theories to explain this, and actually, it's not even theory, it's canon. According to the Minions solo movie, they first appeared millions of years ago as single-celled organisms at the beginning of life on Earth. Over time, they evolved and began serving different villains, dinosaurs, pharaohs, Napoleon, Dracula. And the craziest part? The same minions we see today are the ones who were there back then, in the ice, in castles, in volcanoes. They don't die. They're the same ones. They're immortal. The first explanation for this is cloning and transformation into minions. Gru and Dr. Nefario supposedly created a machine to clone minions using the DNA of existing ones. This appears in an official animated short by Illumination and explains why the number of minions is so absurdly high.
Laboratories. We're more than just your coworkers. We're family.
And the second explanation? It's actually revealed in a Universal Studios theme park ride that Gru has a weapon capable of turning kids into minions. That's right, human boys are transformed into minions, but it doesn't work on adults or females, only on boys. So, if you're between 8 and 14 years old, you might want to be careful if you ever run into Gru. You could become one of those little yellow guys. So, to sum it all up, there are 3 real types of minions. The original minions, who evolved from bacteria. The lab-cloned minions. Human boys transformed into minions by one of Gru's crazy inventions. 6. Why are some minions purple? Remember the purple minions? The completely wild ones from Despicable Me 2, created by Dr. Nefario and the villain El Macho? But why are they purple? There's actually a brilliant visual detail behind it. Purple and yellow are opposite colors on the color wheel. They're called complementary colors. So the purple wasn't just a random choice. It symbolically represents the inverse of yellow. That's why the purple minions, the evil, chaotic versions, are the perfect visual opposite of the yellow ones. Genius, right? And with Minions 3 on the way, these theories and deep lore are only going to grow. The franchise is expanding fast, and if you don't want to wait a whole year for the new movie, I've got some great videos for you right here on the channel to binge while you wait. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video right here on Cine Lovers.